this all set up. Get the sound tested. You guys know the drill. We shall see how this works, and then I'll get coffee because we all need coffee in the morning. All right, as soon as I get my computer to go here. Let's see. Check the sound, check the sound. Let's see, once it loads. Check the sound, check the sound. Let's see, once it loads. That's actually pretty good. Let's see here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Nope. All right, so we have a problem. It's not actually going through my external microphone, so that's why we start a little early, folks. It worked last time. Everything else is the same, so why it's not working now, who knows, but we'll get this going. How are you guys doing as I'm getting this microphone thing set up here? See, it's just on that endless please wait loop. What happened last week it worked? Just unplug it from this side. Plug this in first. And we'll try it again this way. Boom. All right, loading. This is like an old mic, but it works. Well, I mean, it works for microphone stuff. Sometimes it doesn't work for hooking up to the computers, the phone stuff. Why is today not it working? Not it working today, it's not. Stuck on that never-ending, please wait. It's done that once before, and then last time it worked fine. Try again. Plug it in, plug it out, plug it out, plug it in, whatever. Let's actually start, let's try 48 kilohertz. Connect. It's supposed to go boop and then just work. Oh wait, now it's working. All right. Testing 1, 2, 3. Doesn't sound like it's working, does it? No, well, it's working here, but now it's actually coming through, which doesn't make any sense. Well, push comes to shove, we'll just use the built-in mics like we've done once before. Try this again.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Oh, well, it's down the right, but I think we got the right thing. Okay, last time. I think I figured out what the problem is. We'll hook with this little connector here wasn't in all the way or something. Might have been it. Let's change to 48 this time. Try again. Test
2, 3. Testing, testing.
Testing, testing. All right, we're cooking with gasoline. We're cooking with a barbecue grill. I need more analogies, folks. We're cooking with. Does anyone cook with propane? I guess on a barbecue you can cook with propane. Now it's time to get some coffee. All right. So how is everyone? I see some people are coming in and out. I know a lot more people actually end up watching afterward than they do live on these things. But these are sometimes fun to do. We don't do them every week, but we do them sometimes. All right, here we go. I can move you guys over here a little bit. So let's see. How you guys doing? Let's see, it's Friday now when we're recording this or uploading this or whatever, streaming this. Let me type some stuff out here. Feel free to ask questions. Chat it up, etc. Chat it up. I can't. That's too early in the morning. Feel free to ask questions, chat it up, and hang out in the live chat. Yay! All right. I'll put that down here too. Boop. So what I will do is, as we go through this, put the timestamps in as we go, because That usually makes it easier for people who want to skip to like a certain part when I'm working on a certain thing. So for all you people out there who this might be your first time seeing a PPC, a practice piano with Charlie, it's exactly that. It's practicing the piano. It is not performing the piano by any stretch of the imagination. It's like the opposite of it. So it's like me learning a new piece of music, stopping many times, missing most of the notes, playing it at quarter speed, eighth speed, 16th speed, that kind of a thing. And, oh, hi, Charles. And it's definitely like one of those kinds of things. So for you people who are either coming and going or watch this later on, you know, a lot of times it's like similar people who come and hang out at these things. I don't do them every Friday, but some Fridays we do. I didn't do one last week, so I figured why not do one this week. So I'm still working on the same couple pieces. This week, aside from some normal just stuff, yesterday I did this outreach thing for some students throughout Washington online. So I did kind of a Q&A and played for the, I think, middle school music students or people interested in music or something like that. That was a lot of fun. Still working on these two for now because they're still very, very new. I just started them a little while ago. And so this is the Chopin. Well, I'm not playing all of these things right now, but the second sonata. The third one has like the funeral march theme. Fourth one is kind of a weird like movement. And then also the fourth Beethoven Concerto. So I've performed number 3 a ton. I was going to perform 5 last year, but that went out the window for now. So I got 3 and 5. I don't have number 4, so I thought 4 might be a good one to add. So I've been working on that real slow. The first movement is slowly coming. I got to focus more on like the fingering now because it's kind of an awkward way that I thought that was the UPS guy. It's kind of fingered awkwardly, so I got to focus on that a little bit. But yeah, and then this afternoon I'm gonna run some errands and stuff, and so that'll be part of my Friday. So let's do some of this right now. I'm gonna put my headphones on actually, and start off by making sure this is not on. Turn off my Bluetooth on my phone, so it doesn't connect to that. I oftentimes people ask me why I wear these headphones, and it's kind of 2 reasons. One is they're noise canceling, so it doesn't sound as loud to me, protects hearing, that kind of stuff. Number 2, when I'm practicing, oftentimes I'll have my computer up here or something, and I've got my computer up here. You can't really see it, and it got cut off in this view. And I'll like watch YouTube videos and stuff in the background as I'm playing and just kind of listen, but I can still hear the piano. So that's 2 reasons why. And this one is covered in, these are my bows I travel with, but now they're custom. Look at that. They're covered in splatters of white paint. I'll probably upload a video about that. That goes back to my garage project I've hinted at for a while. So I'll turn these on and we will get to work. Now Molly might come down. Molly might come down and make some noise because she likes this piece as well as the Rachmaninoff second concerto. You've all heard her sing before. So for some reason she likes this one too. I think she likes very intense music. Put my chair on. Yeah, so for some reason that's the case. Let me scoot this up so you can see more of my head as well. Maybe a little back. I don't know, we can arrange it a few different ways if you want. Boop, boop. There we go, let's do it this way today. But yeah, so let's go a little bit of the second movement of the Chopin. I'll write that down now. What's the timestamp we're at here? We are at roughly, and the reason I do this now is because it's hard to find it later. I'm lazy. 9 minutes. This will be the Chopin Sonata, Chopin Sonata number 2 in B flat minor, Opus 35, and this is movement 1. Boom. Timestamp completed. All right, so let's give it a go. It's super rough, and it gets rougher and rougher as it goes. So I'm gonna probably come back and work certain spots, or I might just do it as I go. We'll see, we'll see. So if you're following along, Chopin Sonata number 2, first movement, really rough practice. With a likely duet with my dog. He's upstairs, he'll probably come down. Oh, here she is. Oh, you might as well look at the dog while we're doing this. She just came down. There we go. All right, Molly. Are you gonna show them your song? Okay. G natural. So she joined us as I thought she would. I warned you guys, she likes that piece. She plays, usually she just sings along for the first page and a half maybe. I'll scoot it so we can kind of see everything here. All right, that is really rough. It's still, I mean, this is practice piano time, folks. It's got a long way to go. Very rough. Oh, hi, Ijun Pyoshi from Korea. Very wonderful. Oh, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so in this movement, I gotta work on some stuff here. Let's get some coffee first. Coffee helps. All right, so it's really, really rough. I mean, I just started this. So this one, the fingering isn't so bad. There's some funky fingering, but the beginning needs to be a little bit more agitated, but still like repressed. It's like this lashing out. So the fingering there is kind of weird too. It's got to kind of like come down back to like the level it was at, right? Again. The left-hand fingering here, this is page 2. This version doesn't have measure numbers in it, which, anyway, page 2 here, it's very, the fingering here gets a little bit funky. So it goes. So to play it with your 4, 네 번째, and third. 세 번째 손가락 fingers. Did you hear my right hand? It was uneven there. You can't even see my head. Let me scoot you guys back a little bit. Sorry about that. Trying different angles out here today. Again. Where was I? I thought Molly was coming back again. Last time. It's like putting on the brakes. Let's be more balanced. So the first time is triplets. And then eighth notes. So it's kind of building, but you don't want to give it away too fast, too soon. Because if you do, then it just you're maxed out, right? You want to kind of hold it back. Restraint is hard in pieces sometimes. Tricky too. Just hitting the right notes. I find that part is just a little bit weirder than This part is kind of, it grows and falls. It's almost like a rabbit, like, I don't know, I'll do it something. 아, 왼손. 왼손에 문제가 계속 있네. Okay, so this part is one of those places where the fingering is just, no matter what you do, it's not perfect, right? So they have it as 1 2 1 2. I don't know if that's any better. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just do it my way. For now, at least. 어떻게 하지? 뒤로부터 시작해야겠다. Okay. Let me go a little back. E. Come on, Charlie, get with the program here. Let's try that again. G flat. Okay. When you have things like this, you still want it to be balanced. So you probably want to balance it toward the top. So here. Where I am now. wave or something like that. So how do I make it? Top note. Thumb이 계속 틀린다. My thumb keeps messing up here. The top. It's coming slowly. Still got a long way to go, but I'm just slowly working on it. This isn't a piece that I'm scheduled to play anywhere in particular. It's just a piece that I thought might be a neat one to add to the rep. Maybe program it sometime if I want to. All right, coffee 마시고. Okay, second movement is scherzo. This is also kind of a loud one. This sonata has 4 movements. It's like it's big, quiet, like the funeral march, and then the last one is just like fast and short and kind of wild too. Interesting. Okay, so let's see the timestamp. 28. This is movement 2. Okay. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Number 3. My accents aren't loud enough. 처음으로 보는 분들 되게 많으시네요. 어디 치고 있는지도 모르겠네. 어딘지 몰라. 멈춰가지고. 아, 여기 있다. Bring out the middle voices when you can, I think. It's like a counter melody. 한국 분이세요? 아, 혼혈이에요. 우리 엄마가 한국 사람이고 아빠는 미국 사람이에요. 그래서 한국말을 어느 정도는 할 수 있어요. All right. Yeah, it's got a lot to work on the second movement too. It's all going to kind of go downhill from there, but in terms of how well I'm learning it, because I've learned it from the front to the back. But yeah, it's okay. It's coming. Just kind of playing it through right now. 진짜 멋있어요. 피아니스트신가요? 아, 네, 피아니스트예요. 처음 뵙겠습니다. 오늘 하는 거는 그냥 연습 라이브 스트림. 그래서 진짜 하나도 못하는 곡, 배우고 있는 곡을 그냥 연습하는 그거예요. 네. 구독해주세요. Alright, so the third movement now, let's go on to that one. Just take a look at that. That's the funeral march one. That's the one where everyone kind of knows. Let's take a look at the timestamp. The timestamp is 35분, 35:20. I'll say 35:30. And this will be movement 3. I'm putting the timestamps in now so that I'll have to come back and do it later. All right, cool. All right, so the third move, this is one everyone will recognize. It's the funeral march one. Marche funebre, whatever. Funeral march. Let's take a look. This was a slow one. Lento. It's an interesting piece. It's definitely famous. 예전에 알고리즘의 피아노 라이브 영상에 올라와서 잠시 봤다가 너무 멋있어서 구독했어요. 아 감사해요. 구독해 주셔서. It's a very famous piece. 되게 유명한 곡인데. It's known for this as being like a funeral march. Like 만화 영화에서도 나오고, in cartoons and all kinds of stuff, right? That famous main tune. Yeah. Okay, 마지막 movement. The last movement is also an interesting one. This is one I definitely can't play up to speed. 아직도 full speed은 못하지만은 배우고 있는 중이죠. Let's see. 시간 적어놓고 42분 20 42:20. Okay. So I'm gonna take it really slow. 이거 천천히 해볼게요. Oh, that's probably better. That's the best way to play that. G natural. And this changes here. It goes E natural and then we change it every time, I think. Again. Let's see one more time. Yeah, it's a weird piece. This movement is really weird because it's just like almost like a chair knee exercise or something like that, right? But yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's do an improvisation actually. Yeah. Want to hear it live at the concert hall. 나 마지막으로 한국에서 연주한 거는 금호 아트홀에서 몇 년 전에 했는데요. I didn't play this. 다른 쇼펜 Etude Opus 25 세트랑 다른 곡들 몇 개 쳤었어요. Is that right? 한국말 진짜 못해요. 저. 죄송합니다. Okay, let's do an improvisation. 한번 즉흥을 해봅시다 우리. Let's just make one up. Does anyone want to offer notes? 한 4개, 노트를 4개 정도 있으면 C, F sharp, B flat 아무 노트를 그냥 주시면 그거 가지고 즉흥을 해봅시다. Let me write this down as you're doing that. 45, 40, let's say 46 minutes. 46 minutes. Charlie Albright, improvisation. All right. Improvisation. Save. If not, I can just make up notes. 한번 곡을 만들어 봅시다 우리 그냥 재미로. Let's do that. I'll just make 4 notes then, or I'll just make something up. 그래서 라이브 작곡입니다. 그냥 즉흥, improvisation. Oh, we got one. Charles said, I can't even read. Getting old. G. Okay, G's one. We'll do something with G. sound quality. Yeah, that's one of the issues with YouTube and sometimes using these external mics. Sometimes the sound doesn't come perfectly through. When I make like a recording, so 생방송 아니라 recording을 할 때요. 그러면 컴퓨터로 그 소리를 약간 조절할 수 있잖아요. But when I'm doing this, like the practice piano 말을 계속 하잖아요. I talk a lot and stuff. And so 피아노도 들려야 하지만은 목소리도 들려야 되니까 약간 그게 문제가 되는 거예요. Because I have to do like piano, hear my voice and piano for these live streams, it's like either that the piano is too loud and like clips, and my voice is just right, or my voice is too soft, no one can hear what I'm saying, and the piano is better. So 목소리가 낮고 피아노가 잘 들리든가 아니면 피아노가 너무 소리가 크고 목소리가 맞는가 그건 문제죠. But anyway, yeah. So live stream은 그냥 대충 하는 거죠, 그럼. All right. Now, maybe I will do a little bit of Beethoven. So this is a piece I'm learning very, very, very new right now. Do I compose songs often? 즉흥을 되게 많이 해요. So improvisation. So I improvise a lot, and then if there's a particular one that I like, then I'll have someone write it down for me from a recording. But I improvise a lot and do those kinds of compositions all the time, like improvising compositions all the time, in concerts too. Okay. I've got a lot on my on the rest of my channel on videos that are better quality sound because it's like actual recording. So check those out too. All right, so this is a very, 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 very new piece. I just started. Beethoven Fourth Concerto. So this one is very, very new and very, very with a G melody. What do I call it that? It's very new, so the notes are very off. Timestamp은 53분 40, 53, 10. Beethoven Concerto No. 4, Movement 1. Practice. So this is going to be very, very rough, obviously. Okay, copy that, put it in. Okay, super. So let's take a look. This is super new, so this is like really, really rough. A lot of stopping, a lot of stopping type thing. But just kind of learning the notes, especially the third movement, which is really, really, really new. Let's just take it really slow. 되게 느린 속도에 배우는 겁니다. Let's try it. I'll stop and go and all that kind of stuff. If you guys have any more questions, I know people keep coming and going. Ask away, don't be shy. This is not a performance by any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, you could chat it up, ask questions, shoot the breeze, all that good stuff. Is this live? Yeah. And 뭐라고? I was gonna say something. 기억도 안 난다. Okay, let's get going. 첫 키부터 has to be together. Actually, let me hear also. Let me listen real quick to hear what you guys are hearing, so I can adjust the. Let me scoot it back a little bit. Yeah, I can turn the mic volume down a little bit. That would help. My voice will get lighter. Oops, hang on. That would help. My voice will get lighter. Yeah, the mic is a little high. So my voice will be softer. Let's try it this way. The sound quality will be a little better though for the piano part. It won't be as crackly. Hopefully. 한 번 더. Lots of orchestra playing. Right hand fingering. the voice will be so quite. Hopefully this is a little bit better. Super, super. Thank you. 한 번 더, 한 번 더. 아하하, 진짜 세 곡이네. 아, 어디지? Orchestra plays. And next page. G. It's very Beethoven-esque, right? So it jumps there, it goes C, E, G, C. Notes, Charlie, notes. Oh, it's an A. Oh, hey, Luis, how are you? Thank you for saying Bravo Spectacular, but it's definitely not quite there yet. It's far from it. Just learning the notes, learning the notes. This is the Beethoven. Okay, how does that go? So it's interesting. It goes. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. It's like a really weird thing. Actually, I added a few more. I can't just do 5. I'm just rolling my tongue. Hey, Anand, how are you doing? Good to see you, man. No, I can't. I like playing worse and worse as I go on. Let me go back. It's been a while since I caught your license. Yeah, it has been, it seems. The last one I did was I didn't do one last week. I did one, I think the last time was a couple weeks ago now. So, fill in. I've been putting the timestamps in for everyone, so if you want to go back and look at some of the other stuff. We just ran through the Chopin Sonata. It's still super rough. I mean, none of these are anywhere near performance level right now. And then did a quick improv. Now we're just puddling through this, which is even in a less prepared. I mean, it's much more raw even than the Chopin, which is pretty raw. Do you think that live streaming improves your practice efficiency? No, probably not. It just mixes things up a bit. Because when you're practicing, you're by yourself. Oftentimes I'll have like YouTube on or something, just watching in the background as I'm practicing. But you're by yourself, so it just kind of mixes it up. I think it's a lot more people actually watch it after the fact than during. I think, than like in the live stream. So I think some people like it, because it shows it's kind of a different side. Because usually the videos you upload that are like edited and stuff, like you can tweak the sound and stuff. It's just it's much more like just like but you don't see how you get there. And also like obviously I can't upload like 100 different videos of the same piece. That wouldn't be very neat. But at the same time, to get a piece up to like a really performance level quality, like that you would actually give a concert with, that would take, that can take a year or more. It can take several years. So it's not, you can't like play a new piece every single day. At least I can't, because I can't sight read that fast. But it just kind of mixes it up. Okay, I'll stop blabbering. All right, here we go. This is another one of those weird ones with the finger that I gotta kind of nail. I don't know if I like their fingering. Let me try that again. This is a weird, awkward place, but the fingering that they have, I don't know if I care about it. I need to study English more so I can understand the video perfectly. Your English is really good. 제코 펜촉 관리자. Yeah, 관리자님. I don't really 제코 펜촉 관리자님. Yeah. Your English is very good. 한국말로도 좀 할게요. 오늘은 한국 분이 좀 있었던 것 같아요. 다른 분들도 있었으니까요. Yeah, so I'll kind of go back and forth between Korean and English today because there's a few people from Korea watching today. Very Beethoven indeed. Yeah, very Beethoven sounding. which finger you put can really make a difference. 핑거에 그 어떤 손가락을 사용을 하는지 진짜 큰 차이점이 될 수가 있어요. I need to improve my Korean to understand the video perfectly. I'll go back and forth. We'll do it. I'll say everything twice. 모든 걸 두 번이나 얘기할게요. Keep it even. 소리 똑같이 속도가 똑같게 만들어야 해요. 방금 한 거는 왼쪽이 좀 더 빨랐었어요. I had to make my left hand was a little bit faster. It kind of ran away with me a little bit there. See, did you hear it? 왼쪽이 좀 빨라졌어요 거기. It went faster. My left hand was faster. So. 노트를 하나 추가했네요. 한 번 더. One more time. 아니고. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Measure 253 if anyone's interested. 253번 measure입니다. How many years have you played the piano? A very long time. I started when I was like 3 and a half. 만 3살 반쯤에 시작했었어요. 네. I can get some video here real quick that you might be interested in. 한번 영상을 찾아 드려볼게요. from there, and I'll find one from there we go. Wait. 잠시만요. 찾아볼게요. 클래식. 인터넷 느리네요. Internet's slow here for a second. There we go. Share. In case you're interested, 보고 싶으시면 여기 하나 보시고 그리고 또 어딨지? Hang on, looking for the second one. Okay, just give me 1 second, folks. Coffee break time. You click on it and then it doesn't. Why doesn't it come up? Hang on, let's see if it comes up here. Oh, well, I guess you can look at this one. This one might be good. 이거는 괜찮을 수도 있어요. Boop. There we go. 이거 한국어로 좀 나오는 거 몇 개 보냈어요. 근데 영상이 왜 어딘지 모르겠네. I don't know where the Oh, hang on, let me save something here real quick too. Found something, I want to quickly save it while I've got it. All right, so then I'll get to the comments. Sorry, folks. I need coffee. That's the problem. Coffee. Come on, Starbucks, why don't you sponsor me here? Okay, save. Oh, shoot, I gotta type. Put down the coffee. 2021, 4:30. Okay. Okay, so let's put this on my other computer. I'm connecting. So this little computer, I have my main computer up in my office. This one I just use for teaching, like, you know, FaceTime, stuff like that, Zoom. Hang on. And then, but I have it, I'm saving it to upstairs one. Where is piano, documents, piano. There we go. And I'll save it. It was like back here, I think, so. I actually don't know, I'll just save it in the current one. Sorry folks, taking a quick break here. Boop, there we go. When did that come out? Was that 2016? Interesting. Okay. But yeah, there's some videos. There's also another video. 어떤 다른 조선일보에 나온 영상 비디오도 있었는데 찾지가 못하네요. 페이스북에 있었는데 누르면 이상하게 안 나와요. There's like a 조선일보 thing that came out, like a video, and when you click on it, it comes out weird. Okay. And then, just because when I said both your hands feel equal, does your right hand or left hand have a slight edge for something? For example, playing the scales at the end of a frisco with or the first go with the left hand? I'm right-handed, Aneth, so for me, the right hand has more control than the left hand. For scales and stuff, it's pretty close, but definitely the right hand. I think being right-handed helps a lot too. So 그 질문이 그 왼손 오른손이 어떻게 다른 느낌이 나는지, 컨트롤이 어떤 거 더 많은지, 오른손잡이라서 오른손이 좀 많은 것 같아요. 근데 스케일 같은 거 할 때는 비슷한 것 같아요. I mean, could you play those scales with the left hand instead of the right? I think so, but it would probably like you can still play the scale, or you can still play them. I can play them pretty close. 비슷하게 칠 수 있는데 control은 오른손이 더 많아요. I think my control's still a little better with the right hand, probably because I'm right-handed. Yeah. 헐, 저 뉴스 영상 보고 알게 되었어요. So you saw it from the she said she saw it from the news broadcasting. Cool. All right, 계속 continuing. If you guys have more questions, ask. 질문 있으면 또 물어보세요. Let's see, where was I? I don't know. I'll start up there. This is a tricky thing too because it's doing like a D major scale, but then he switches back and forth between D major and chromatic. 이게 신기해요. 여기는 D major scale이랑 chromatic scale이랑 왔다 갔다 바뀌니까 좀 헷갈리네요. Which I might make up my own cadenza actually, so I don't know if I'll use this one. 이 cadenza는 그 솔로 할 부분인데요. 이걸 쓸지 아니면 제가 그냥 지극을 할지 아직도 모르겠어요. cooking through it. First movement이고요. 아직도 연습할 거 되게 많은데 그냥 천천히 배우고 있죠. 예. Alright. Let's go on to the second movement. 이제 다음 movement은 1시간 23분. Oops. 2. Alright. 이건 되게 짧아요. This is a very short movement, but it's pretty. Just saw that like I had no idea to say economics. You study math, it's pretty close. Oh yeah. No, I did study economics. My undergraduate degree is actually in economics. I did the joint program with Harvard and NEC, New England Conservatory. So at NEC I did music, and I was doing my master's there, and did economics at the same time. Yeah, so it's cool. Yeah, economics and math are pretty close. Well, except math is probably a lot more intensive in terms of the math part. You have to use a little math in economics, but you don't have to use it not nearly as much as you have to use it. You have to use a lot more math in math than you have to use in economics. A lot of economics is drawing little graphs. 시간은 어떤 시간 말하는 거예요? 저기 밑에 거기 그 description에서 나중에 사람들이 이 영상을 보면 라이브는 아니잖아요. 나중에 영상이 돼버리거든요. 그래서 밑에 시간 9분, 28분, 35분 그 바로 밑에 보시면 그 어떤 곡을 언제 쳤는지 그렇게 보고 계속 적어놔요. 그래서 곡을 바꿀 때 제가 이거 보면서 1시간 26분 지났다. 그래서 1시간 26분 베이토벤 막 그렇게 적어놔요. 그럼 이따가 사람들이 보면 그 어떤 곡이 언제 쳤는지 그냥 바로 갈 수가 있게. 예, 그 시간 말하는 거예요. Timestamp. So she asked what the person asked in Korean what time am I talking to? I was talking about the timestamp, so people can come back and look at what time I play each piece. Yeah. All right, let's try the third movement. So 이제 다시 시간을 한번 적어보고 지금은 몇 분 지났는지 확인해서 1시간 28분. So it's been an hour and 28 minutes since the stream started, and so Beethoven Movement 3 그렇게 적어놓으면 나중에 사람은 알 수 있어요. 알 수가 있어요. All right, so this one is much slower, but this is a cool movement. That part's cool. And then talk about modulation. I know a lot of people shifted to economics. Yeah, economics is it's not as, it's probably just in general. I mean, there's probably economics programs that are harder and math programs that are easier, but I think in general, math, like hardcore math, majoring is more intense than like economics. Economics is a little bit softer in terms of how difficult it is a major. Like from what I've seen, like I knew a lot of economics majors, but I also knew a lot of like math majors. In my school, there was applied math, which was like, there was math and applied math, and they didn't call them majors; they called them concentrations. I'm sorry. But like the people in math and applied math, like it looks like it was just harder than at least the economics program at my school. Again, and maybe in some places the economics programs are harder than the math programs, but from my school it seemed like, from an economic standpoint, that the math majors had it harder. It was like a harder thing. You are so subtle. Oh, thank you. It's already 3 a.m. in Korea, so I'll go to bed listening to piano. Thank you for the great performance. 고맙습니다. 들어가세요. 잘 주무세요. See you next time. 다음에 봬요. Doesn't keeping headphones on playing change the sound you hear while practicing? It does, a little bit. It definitely makes it sound further away. But also, if I don't wear them, it's much louder, especially in our downstairs, which is kind of an open concept thing, so it makes it loud. So I think it actually helps me play out more by having them on, because if I don't have them on, then it sounds loud, and so I'll naturally like not play out and dig into the piano keys as much as I would with them on. And most of the time when I'm performing, it's in a bigger concert hall, so you want to play out. You don't. Yeah, so maybe it's a good way. Maybe it's good in that sense, because then I won't, only play soft and only get used to playing soft. I don't know if that's a good reason or not, but it might be, right? Because generally you want to, you want to be able to and feel free to and be used to not only playing quietly but playing really loud. But if it's too loud already, you might only play quiet and not play as loud as often. Then again, it could be a flipped problem where if you wear them too much, maybe you won't ever play soft. But I mean, I don't know if that is really an issue or not, because I still play soft, I think, when I need to. Yeah, but it changed the sound. It's not as warm. It's not as full, but it's just, I don't know. It's okay. When you're used to like practicing on like at music schools and stuff, like the pianos are generally not good. Like when I was at Juilliard, I didn't even I almost never practiced in the practice room. Sometimes, but I practiced on like a digital piano that I had where I was living, because it sounded and felt better than a lot of the pianos they had at Juilliard in the practice rooms, because those get beat on like 24 hours a day by students, and it's just like they're not. Most music schools, I think, the pianos aren't great. Actually, Harvard had far better practice room pianos than New England Conservatory or Juilliard when I was there, at least, probably because they weren't used as much. Plus, they were maintained very, very well. NEC and Juilliard also maintains their pianos well, but they're used so much more often that it's probably just hard to maintain it as well, just because they're being beat on by people all day long, all night long, every single day. It's probably just physically hard to schedule time to maintain a piano, let alone, it's probably hard to maintain a piano when it's like always being used, like all the time. Anyway, back to where we were. Oh, so Aneth, what do you do? Where do you work then? So if you majored in math, are you doing something with the math? Are you, what are you up to? Yeah. I have a digital piano. I've been concerned about learning on one. I'm doing a graduate degree in CS, but I'm also trying to learn the piano. I've got as far as Chopin etudes and stuff, but not too well. I think digital pianos get a bad rap from a lot of like serious pianists. I think that now some of them suck. Some digital pianos like are lousy. But if you get a good one, I think that a good digital piano is better than a lot of uprights and spinets. I think the sound and the touch and stuff of a good digital piano can oftentimes exceed a lot of upright pianos. Now, is it going to be as good as a real grand piano? Probably not most of the time. Probably a real grand piano most of the time is better than a good digital piano. But I think a good digital piano is most of the time better than an upright or spinet. So again, there's a big range of digital pianos. I mean, you can get something off the shelf for $100, which is going to be lousy, and yeah, that sucks as a piano. But if you get a good one, it can be really, really. The digital piano I got used off of Craigslist when I lived in Boston. Almost it must have been in 2011 or 2012, either late 2011 or early 2012. I got it off of Craigslist. When I was living in Boston, and I think I paid like $1,200 for it used, but knew it was like, I think it might have come out originally like in 2006 or 2003, 2006. I think it has like a little touch screen, and it's got all kind of features and stuff. But I think it was new. It was like 20-some hundred back in like 2006 or so, something like that. And I paid like $1,200 for it in like 2011 or 2012. Late 2011 or early 2012, and I think, and I beat the crap out of that thing. I've learned the Rachmaninoff Paganini variations almost entirely on it. I practiced that pretty much every day for like 5 years, probably for like 5 years. Probably for about 5 years, give or take, every day, and Now it's not perfect now. I noticed like in the past year or so, some notes aren't responding perfectly. Now most people probably wouldn't even recognize it or realize it. But like some notes, when you're playing them, they might not sound, or if you play them softly, it might like register as a loud hit, so it might be uneven. Something like that. Most people probably wouldn't even realize it, but I kind of do. So I don't practice on it very often, but sometimes I will. Which model? It's a Roland KR105. I think it's KR105, Roland. Anyways, I looked into like fixing it, and I called like a couple places. One place said they could fix it, and the other place I talked to this guy who was really nice and super knowledgeable, and he was like, basically, it's not worth fixing it because, like, for the Roland models, he was saying they aren't as easily serviceable as, like, I think he was saying, like, Yamaha models are. But anyway, so he was saying it's not worth fixing because of the Rolands. You could clean the contacts, but you'd probably have to end up replacing all of them or something. So he's basically saying it's not worth fixing. But I mean, I got a tremendous amount of use out of the thing, right? Like, I've had it for almost 10 years now. Anyway, it's been a great piano. I still use it. It still works 99% of the way. Well, maybe not, but it's still really good, and most people wouldn't even notice. But that was a great piano, and it is a great piano. But yeah, so a good quality digital piano, I think, is better than most uprights. But then again, most grands are better than most good quality digital pianos, probably. Anyway, so that's enough. cadenza this time, folks. La cadenza, sia corta. Huh, I don't know if I've ever seen a la cadenza before. Triple trill. Yeah. I've actually taking it apart a little bit, and I took it apart, or once a little bit more. Took it apart, and you can take the keys individually out, and I was hoping I could get to the contacts, and I couldn't figure out how to get the contacts off, and I didn't want to spend any more time on it and stuff, so I just was like, bah. Bravo, Charlie, just curious, do you have any recommendations for piano etudes or other that would be optimal for building a good technical foundation? Hey, Rowan. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Chopin etudes. I've done and performed a lot the Opus 25. Those are super. If you can play the Opus 25 well, you've gotten like a ton of technical stuff covered. Everything from thirds. If I can still play. How's it going? Something like that. To octaves. Where's the key? Notes are to legato stuff. I mean, it's great. So I like Chopin etudes, and I like the 25 better than the 10. I haven't performed the 10. I've looked at a few of the etudes, but haven't performed the 10. I think the Opus 25 are just better, just as a set too. Oh, you're a violin major. Oh, awesome. One time I played, quick story, one time, I can't play the violin, I just can't at all, like I've never learned. But one time I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a Strad. There you go. And for those of you who might be watching, don't know what a Strad is, a Stradivarius violin is a very expensive violin. And the one I played on, I think, was currently, at that time, like $3 million. A friend of mine had it on loan to her at school, and I was like, hey, let me play it. And I played Twinkle Little Star. So a person who cannot play the violin at all playing Twinkle Little Star on a Strad, and it sounded probably not at all better than if I had played on a cheapo $100 one or something. Yeah. Anyway, let me take a look at the very, very, I was gonna say, just a little bit right before the end here. Fingering. It's awkward finger no matter what it seems. signature here? Is this in 2 or 4? I'm confused. When does this movement even start? Oh, that's a cadenza. Oh, that's the second movement. 2. It's in 2. All right, that down there. Get some more coffee. All right. Oh wow, it'd be a dream to play on a Strad. It's interesting because the Strad, you have the Strad cellos, Strad violins, and they're like crazy. And of course I'm completely ignorant when it comes to playing on a violin, or it's probably one of those things that you can't really appreciate. I mean, I appreciated that it was like, oh, I knew a Strad is like crazy expensive, and I know that it was like an amazing instrument, and obviously it can sound great when a person who's really a good violinist plays on it. Then again, a good violinist can make a lousy violin still sound pretty amazing. I guess the same can be said about almost any instrument, almost. But anyway, it's interesting because like there is no like Strad piano, right? Like pianos are like so for like a violin or a cello, there's like, you know, a whole bunch of range of how much you can spend, but it can go up to pretty much infinity, right? Like it can, not really, but you know, Strads and stuff like that can be millions and millions of dollars. I don't know if you could ever find a piano that's over even $1 million. Like, you know, the best pianos being made today, you know, people can argue what it is. I'm a Steinway artist, so I'm biased. I like Steinways, but I mean, even before I was a Steinway artist, they don't pay me anything or anything. So a Steinway artist, basically what it means is it's like a little, you know, gold star type thing, if they accept you. But also, like, if you're in a place and you need a piano and there's like a Steinway place, like showroom, they'll usually let you practice and stuff if you need a piano, access to a piano. Also, if you're in a place where you're giving a concert and they don't have a good piano, they'll usually arrange for a piano to be sent there, and then the presenter just has to pay for, like, you know, shipping, but like they won't like charge like a rent for the like a rental fee for the piano itself, just like shipping and tuning and stuff like that. So in the old days, it would mean that they would, no matter where you went, send like a beautiful 9-foot Steinway to wherever you went and pay for it all, which is crazy. That'd be awesome. Anyways, there's no, like, even like Steinways, you know, like they max out at like a normal Steinway piano that's 9-foot Steinway you see at most concert halls, you know, even they're like low 6 figures. I don't think they go above 200. I think they're 100 and something. They used to be about 100. I think they're more than that now, depending if you get a New York or a Hamburg, Germany one, because they're made in both places, New York City and Queens and Hamburg, Germany. The German ones are more expensive, I think, generally. But even those ones don't go above 200, I think. I think they're all in the 100s, maybe top out in the mid 100s. I don't know the numbers. And then like the Boisendorfer and stuff like that, you know, those can be like a few hundred, but there's none that go, I don't think there's any piano that goes above $1 million. Fazioli is very expensive. I don't know what that tops out, but I think it's in the few hundred thousand. But like there are no like $3 million pianos that I know of. It's interesting because, like, you know, cellos, violins, there are, but pianos there's not. Maybe pianos have more of a limited lifespan. I don't know. I mean, if they're taken care of, they can last a really long time. I don't know. Anyway, TGIF folks, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm gonna go get some food, and then I have to go run some errands this afternoon. And today's a rainy day here. Yesterday was beautiful and like mid 70s. Now it's rainy, but thank you for hanging out with me and chatting it up in the live chat. You know, if you haven't hit the like button, do it. Hit the thumbs up button for the algorithm, and keep watching all the videos. And I got a video I put together about that big garage project I've been hinting at that I've done. So it's gonna be it's a completely random video. Sometimes I like doing random stuff. And that'll go up sometime, I don't know when. And I've got other stuff recorded already and edited and uploaded, but I'll just try to, upload them every, I don't know, a couple times a week or so, 2 or 3 times a week. Boys and Overs and Fozzie's go about 250, I think. That sounds about right. Yeah, I don't even know if any piano really hits a $500,000. Like, are there any? I mean, there probably are. I remember years ago, when I was long time ago, they had a 9-foot Steinway at one of the piano dealers in Seattle. This was, I don't know, 10 years ago or more, maybe more, probably more than that. And it was a Chihuly 9-foot Steinway. So it was like they took a 9-foot Steinway and I guess he just went to town with it. So like the lid was like plexiglass orange see-through with paint splatters all over it, and the piano itself was lime green and the keys were yellow and orange, I think. And they didn't even have a matching bench. Like, it was just a normal black like Steinway bench. But anyways, I remember then thinking that like pianos were like a new one, normal 9-foot Steinway was like 100, and that one I think then was like 2 or 250. It was a lot more than a normal one, and that was a long time ago. Yeah, there's some designer pianos, like the one Tiffany Poon showed in the Steinway Vault video, which cost $1 million. Okay, so there are some designer ones. So yeah, maybe there are. And it'd be like special just cases and stuff, or like maybe it's like a Chihuly type thing where you have like a famous artist customize it, right? Something like that. But like there's not really a Strad equivalent with a piano, I think, right? Nothing where like Strads generally keep going up in value, and Steinways and other pianos in general don't. I mean, they might go up a little bit with inflation or something. I don't know how it compares, but like, it's not like a car where a piano will depreciate to 0. But it's also like, I think Steinway likes to kind of say that, oh, the value of a Steinway keeps going up or something. No, that's true. I mean, yeah, this piano, when it was bought, I mean, maybe we'd be able to, yeah, I think pianos do depreciate. So like, you're still not gonna like make money off of a piano, if that makes sense. Whereas like a Strad, maybe you would. I don't know anything about that, Strads and stuff. But like on a piano, like if you bought like a new B Steinway today is, I don't know, how much does a new B Steinway cost? I think MSRP is like 90 some now for a 7-foot B Steinway, a brand new one. And used ones are not 90 some. That's the thing, right? Like if you buy a used B Steinway, you're not going to get 90,000, which is the same price as a new one. It's still going to be less than a new one costs. But at the same time, it's probably, depending on how well it's taken care of. I mean, the thing with pianos and stuff is a lot of it's subjective, right? Like how good of a condition is in, how do you like the tone, do you like the touch, the stuff. Generally though, like a used one is not going to be as much as a new one. Will you get what you paid for it? Like if you paid, let's say you paid $50,000 for a B Steinway a long time ago. Could you get $50,000 for it today? Maybe, but of course $50,000 today isn't $50,000 like 50 years ago or whatever you bought it at $50,000. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anyway, I digress on stuff, but generally speaking, so it's not going to be like a car where it's like, oh, in 10 years it's essentially worthless or whatever. But at the same time, it's not going to be like, oh, I bought a piano for $50,000, 50 years ago, and now it's worth $500,000. Yeah, it's probably not going to do that either. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I'm just, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of blathering out random thoughts about pianos and stuff. Anyways, yeah, how did this start? So basically, don't trust anything that I'm saying when it comes to like piano values. I just don't know what I'm talking about. But this started because of the Strad stuff. Yeah, there's no equivalent Strad for piano, which is interesting, right? Because there's a Strad cello, there's Strad cellos, there's Strad violins. But I guess these pianos are just different. Huh. Anyway, it was gilded. Wow. All right, you guys take care. Everyone take care. Good chatting with you, hanging out. We'll do another one of these sometime, hopefully. In the meantime, make sure you follow on Facebook and Instagram. Instagram is like, yeah, follow on Instagram. And I don't have very many followers on Instagram, mostly on Facebook. But again, Facebook doesn't push out a lot of my posts. So like and follow and comment on all the Facebook and YouTube stuff and Instagram stuff. And thanks a lot for your support. And thanks for hanging out. Good seeing y'all. Have a great Friday, great weekend. I'm going to go get something to eat and some more coffee.